Hey scholars, welcome to chapter 4, where this week we're talking about biodiversity and evolution. We're going to start with a core case study that has to do with an organism who has helped to maintain biodiversity of the Florida's Everglades, as well as have evolved throughout thousands of years to still be around today. And that is the American alligator. So before we do this, before we actually get into the chapter, let's go ahead and take a look and actually go to the Everglades to check out this amazing creature. And let's head there right now.
So hey, we're down in the Everglades again at a roadside park, and before we actually embark on our journey, we stopped just to see some of the exhibits they had here. And this is our first glimpse of the actual American alligator. There's a bunch of small juveniles, maybe about from anywhere between 3 to maybe 5 feet in length. And they all just love hanging out in this water on this warm sunny day here in the Everglades. But that is the American alligator. Has a little bit less teeth, as you can see, other than the crocodile. You can see a lot less of his smile. Maybe he's not nearly as happy, just kidding. But he does have those nice bony plates and the scales in the back to protect him. And again, one of those adaptations that have allowed them to survive for since the dinosaurs were around.
The American alligator, North America's largest reptile, has no natural predators except for humans, and it plays a number of important roles in the ecosystem where it is found. This species outlived the dinosaurs and has been able to survive numerous dramatic changes in the Earth's environmental conditions. Starting in the 1930s, these alligators faced a new challenge. Hunters began killing them in large numbers for their exotic meat and their supple belly skin used to make shoes, belts, and pocketbooks. Other people hunted alligators for sport or out of hatred. By the 1960s, hunters and poachers had wiped out 90% of the alligators in the United States. Those who do not care much for the American alligator were probably not aware of its important ecological role, its niche. In subtropical wetland communities, these alligators dig deep depressions or gator holes, which hold fresh water during dry spells, serve as refuges for aquatic life, and supply fresh water and food for fish, insects, snakes, turtles, birds, and other animals. Large alligator nesting mounds provide nesting and feeding sites for species of herons, egrets, and red-bellied turtles. These alligators eat large numbers of gar, a predatory fish, which helps maintain populations of game fish such as bass and brim. As alligators move from gator holes to nesting mounds, they help keep areas of open water free from invading vegetation. Without these free ecosystem services, freshwater ponds and coastal wetlands where these alligators live would be filled in with shrubs and trees, and dozens of species would disappear from these ecosystems. Some ecologists classify the American alligator as a keystone species because of its important ecological role in helping to maintain the structure, function, and sustainability of the ecosystem where it is found. In 1967, the United States government placed the American alligator on the endangered species list. Protected from hunters, the population made a strong comeback in many areas by 1975. Too strong, according to those who find alligators in their backyards in swimming pools, and to duck hunters who lost retriever dogs are sometimes eaten by alligators. In 1977, the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service reclassified the American alligator as a threatened species in the United States of Florida, Louisiana, and Texas, where 90% of the animals live today. Today, there are 1 to 2 million American alligators in Florida, and the state now allows property owners to kill alligators that stray onto their land. To biologists, the comeback of the American alligator is an important success story in wildlife conservation. So welcome back, scholars. Hopefully you enjoyed your amazing trip throughout the Everglades and investigating our nation's probably most elusive creature, the American alligator.